Uh-huh. I've been reading more about the BRICS nations, and they're getting stronger and stronger by the day. So
Yeah, they want an alternative
they got
to
one
the US
now.
dollar. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So today is 10/10/25. Welcome. Another Friday. Yay. But today is going to be a sad Friday for a lot of folks. Unfortunately,
Depending on what you're doing.
depending on how if you're short the market, you're really happy today. But if you're long, like I am, yeah, not that day you want to write home about. Um, Markets are down. The S&P 500 is down 1.8. The Russell's down 2%. Oil's down 4.3%. Nasdaq is down 2.5%. Dow Jones down 1.25%. Gold is actually up 0.5%. VIX is at 21. That's up
Huge jump
28%. Big jump, 21. We haven't had a VIX over 20 in a while.
in a while. Yeah, for sure.
So that's something. Let's see what else we got. The OVX, which is oil volatility, is also up 8%, almost 9% today to 35. Bitcoin is down. So much for it being a safety thing, right? Gold is up, and so Bitcoin should be up if it was digital gold, but it's not.
Well,
Uh,
we'll see at the end of the month. They call it October.
yep. Hey, I just wanted to ask you, how did the Phoenix trade do today?
Phoenix Trade did wonderful today.
No, like the lottery ticket paid off?
No, it did not. So it could have, but I got out of it.
What do you mean you got out of it?
So I bought back the long.
Because you got stopped out.
Yes.
Oh, you got stopped out on the short
Yes.
side, and
Yes. Yeah.
because we just got a comment from Michael, and he says that his lottery ticket paid off
Because he stayed in it most likely.
because he was in it, and the market
Uh-huh.
sold off um at like 9:58.
Yeah, I believe I got out of that at probably like 9:45.
Oh, ouch. Oh my
So
goodness.
my timing is impeccable
Oh man,
on that one.
yes.
But
Yeah.
overall, it's a great trade, so I'm not upset about it.
No. I mean, the trade should still make on the call side
Mhm.
will be fine. It'll expire. I think we're gonna make, close to $500 on this one. But
Mhm.
Michael, just for curiosity, how much did you make on that lottery ticket?
Gonna make me cry.
Oh man. That's awesome. The lottery ticket paid off. I like it. I love it. Um Michael saying, yeah, I usually sell my long too, but I got lucky. He kept it on. Um can you gonna tell us, Michael? Michael, come on.
That's the first thought I had though. I was like, oh, I'm like, God, just sold it. Just,
Okay. I don't know if he's gonna tell us. Okay, you don't have to tell us. It's okay. But yeah, market is down. It kind of bounced off 6,600, which is a big number, right? It's a big round number. And
Hmm.
so, oh, Michael told us he had two tickets.
That,
Guess how much he made?
I don't know.
Over 5 grand.
Oh,
Ah!
this episode's over.
Awesome, Michael. That is
That is
wonderful.
awesome. That's so cool.
One day, boom, 5 grand. I love it. And I think the thing costs like what, $300 each. So it's pretty nice.
In this case, it was $155.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice return. Nice return. Okay. Well, that's good news. I'm happy then. I'm happy today, even though I'm down a lot personally. But okay. Um, so the reason why are we down so much? Well,
Well,
um, there is the reason that we're being told, and then I think the real reason. So, Matt, why don't you tell us what the reason is that we're being told?
well, I think it is. posturing, right? I think it is, he said that they're going to have a real hold on the rare earths. That was
Well,
the
let's go.
big.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up.
Okay.
So the headlines were that Trump is going to retaliate against China because China is being overly aggressive and very negative, and according to Trump, quote unquote, holding the world hostage. Um, China recently has made some decisions that are beneficial to China. So today, this morning, they very without warning started charging U.S. ships that were docked at port in China. So if you want to dock, you got to pay extra money. That was a new thing. Yesterday, China came out and said that they are going to be limiting who and how much of the rare earth metals that they sell. And then last week, I believe, they decided, hey, we're not going to be selling soybeans to the United States anymore. So they have been, doing stuff one after another, releasing it not all at once, but slowly, day by day,
Mhm.
because they, Trump and Z or he or Winnie the Pooh or whatever you want to call him.
G.
I can't say his name. G, right?
X,
It's G.
XI. You could say
Yeah, I
XI.
shouldn't. It's yeah, it's pronounced differently. G. So they're supposed to have their meeting coming up, and the tariffs that Trump started with have still not been imposed on China. Some are in place, some are not, but they kept kicking the can down the road and negotiating, and now they're supposed to meet and figure it out and finalize stuff. But before that happens, these guys are kicking. So that is why the media is saying that the market is down, 2% today. Right. So what do you think on that?
I think it's accurate, for sure. I'd also say there's a little bit of the government shutdown in there too. That is continuing, right? There's no end in sight to that. So I think that's a little bit a part of that. Um, but yes, I would agree on that, what you just said, for
Okay.
sure. So it's like
Um,
a pressure, he's continuing to put the pressure on bits and pieces. And then Trump, I believe he tweeted like, hey, this came out of left field, right? And you have both presidents that need to kind of step up for their country, right? And show that they're, strong, if you will. So it's a little bit of, you know, that.
so I'm going to take the other side of that. And
How
here's what I
dare
think.
you?
Here's what I think. I think that the market is reacting to that, and we can go into it if it's real or not. I don't think much of this is real. I think we talked about this earlier. I think you agreed with me that this is all negotiating tactics, right? There's nothing that China has come out with and said that they cannot reverse in 2 seconds. I mean, they haven't passed any laws that are hard to replace and whatever. They're just making decisions like, oh, hey, we're going to charge people more money for this. Oh, hey, we're not doing that anymore. And then tomorrow they could be like, oh, you know what? We should do that again. Let's do that again. So they could just reverse it. Same with all these tariffs and whatnot. Everything can be reversed. So, Trump coming out and saying, oh, hey, we are going to go crazy tariff wise on China if they don't play ball with us. Well, that's again negotiating tactic, right? Trump saying, "Oh yeah, we don't need to meet anymore. Oh yeah, I'm not going to meet him anymore. Cancel the meeting." Again, negotiating tactic. And we've seen this. It's in his playbook. Now, the Chinese have read the playbook. They've read the book. They've seen it. They've studied him. And they are going to, they're going to play the thing that they're stepping up with him and they're playing ball. They're like,
Hmm.
okay, we're not going to lay down like, the EU did and accept whatever you're doing. We are going to counteract and counterpunch. And then when we come to the table, he kept saying, "Oh, they don't have a leg to stand on. They don't have any ball." I don't know what he was saying. I forget the exact quote. They don't have any leverage, or they don't have any balls to play with, or whatever. I forgot what he was saying, but yeah, now they do. They do have counterpoint. So it's like, okay, we want you to buy soybeans. Well, okay, well then we don't want you to tear. We want to buy chips from Nvidia. Oh, okay. We want you to sell your drugs cheaper to us. Okay, well then you need to sell us oil cheaper or something. I don't know. They're just going to go back and forth and they're going to negotiate. So it's back to the table. That's what I think is happening. I don't think this is a long-term thing. Jim is asking or he's commenting that Trump is angry about this and in retaliation, he's going to come out and impose additional tariffs for their upcoming meeting. It's all negotiating. Right. It's all negotiating. That's what I think.
I mean, it goes back to the art of the deal. If you
Yeah.
really want to go back to that book, that's what he is.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah,
playbook. He
that's
doesn't
in his
even have
DNA.
to he doesn't even have to put out any tariffs. He could just say, I'm going to. And up till now, it's that's all right. I'm going to do this. So we don't have anything now. But the market is selling off today. So now, so if you were back testing this, right? Or if you're paper trading this or back, not paper trading, but if you're back testing this, right? Let's say you're 3 years in the future and you forgot what happened and you're back testing today and all of a sudden you see a big move down. Does it matter? Why?
To
No.
me, no, no,
You
absolutely
still
not.
have to make the trades that you got and you use the plan and you use your whatever your trading plan is to trade
Mhm.
what happened, right? You can't just sit down and say, oh no, Trump's blowing up the market again, like we talked about last time. There was that trader is like, oh yeah, he's blaming Trump for everything, I can't trade because of Trump. No. You just have to do it. You just have to trade. And so in my mind, right, we have a market that is red hot, tearing off, just going higher and higher. It needs to cool down. It cannot go up every day, 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 day. It can't. It'll run,
Like it has.
it doesn't work. That's not how they
Right.
work, right? They go up a few days, they come back down. They go up a few days, they come back down. But they need a reason to come down. They don't need a reason to go up, they need a reason to come down. And so that's what this is today. This is what the market is down today. Is this more than just noise? I don't think so. Does all the smart people on Wall Street, are they, who are smarter than you and me? And like, if we're talking about it and we figured it out that this is just negotiating, they also know it's just negotiating. They're not going to, um, make major decisions based on this, but they need a reason to take profits. It's like, oh, this is a good time as any, right? It might lead to something. So I might as well get out now. And if it starts going up again, I'll get back in again, right? As a good
Yep.
trader does. So it's like, hey, I'm already up so many percent. Let me take some money off, and maybe I'll put some puts on as protection, and then I'll decide when I want to go back in. Jim saying, buy the dip if you're inclined. I did. I am inclined,
Yeah.
and I did buy the dip because I think that this has not changed anything. Now, if it does change something, yeah, then we can obviously get out. But the Fed came out yesterday with their minutes, and it was exactly as what Powell told us. What we learned after the meeting. Most of the governors are looking for two more cuts. 10 of them, I think it was 10 that wanted two more cuts and nine said just one cut. But they're still cutting into the end of the year,
Right.
right? And so we're still looking to go higher. Government shutdown is there, but unless you are traveling, I don't know if it's making that much of a difference to people. Yes, there are people that are not getting paid, right? But they know that they will, and they have to keep working. So there's some issues there with the cash flow, but hasn't been like a big headache for most people.
Right.
So I don't think that's impacting the market much because the government's been shut down for 10 days. Why are we going down today, not yesterday, the day before, or whatever? So,
Right. That's not the main issue.
yeah,
Right. Of
I
course.
mean, these are things that we could point at and be like, oh yeah, because of that, because of that, because we need a reason. As people, we need, why is the market down today? Because more
Well, we're
people are
emotional
selling.
beings too. We're very emotional. Like you could look at today, right? And you could be, oh, this is the end, right? If you don't know, and you will sell off. But if you have your plan and you have you look at things wider, right, in
Hmm.
time and what's really going on, you're more inclined to stick to your plan, right, emotionally. So today to me is just it could be something, right? It could go to a couple days or longer. We have
Hmm.
to be aware of that, but most likely it is a negotiation when
Right.
you come down to it.
Yep. And I mean, we
Believe me.
were we were up a little bit this morning. Um, got up to, over 67.50, which would be close to an all-time high again. And then we sold off. And then I'm looking at the chart right now, it bounced off of 6,600.
Yeah.
So that means, there might be a lot of some support there. So if this was really an issue, then we wouldn't have bounced. It would have just kept going down, in my
Right.
opinion. So we're down 1.8, which
I mean, and
is,
this is healthy, right? To overall markets.
yes,
It
exactly.
is. People don't see it that way. It is, right? Because Wall Street, they say, you climb the wall of worry, right? And it just keeps going up and up, and everyone's kind of like, okay, when's it going to drop? It's one of those situations, kind of how we feel right now.
Hmm.
So in my mind, this is a healthy correction.
Yep.
Needed.
We do need, yeah, it needs to come back. It can't go up every day, right?
That's right.
It either needs to pause and take a break, or it needs to pull back a little, recoil, and then it can shoot back up again. That's just the way markets work. Um, and so,
And I will say that it's been we haven't had huge moves up, right? These are sequentially small moves in the S&P every day. So it's nothing that's been just
it's like a
boom.
melt up, it's like a
Yeah.
grind, it's like a
Yeah.
grind higher. Like, okay, what are the chances? Like normally the chances are 50-50, right? Market's gonna go up, market's gonna go up. Not anymore, not lately.
Mhm.
It's like, what are the chances market's gonna go up today? Probably 75%. It's gonna be an up day. And so we need some fireworks a little bit. And I think people get bored, right? Traders on Wall Street, they get bored
Yeah,
too.
it'd lull you to sleep, right? It's like,
So
oh,
they're like, "Oh wow, Trump. Okay, let's sell off." And I'm sure this has something to do with all the robots and the Autobots and whatever they're called, the trading, the and
the
so
future.
I guess. um, but yeah, so like we have, some bad news come out, boom, first line inclination is to sell. One bot starts selling, the other bots see it, they start selling. So yeah, you can look at the chart and it went straight down from about 9:56 to 10:03. No upticks in that, just straight down red. And then it paused. It went up a little bit and then it started to go back down again. So that was like the computer move, those were
Yeah.
all computers. And then the people stepped in and they're like, wait a minute, let me check what's going on.
It's
Yeah,
like gasoline
okay.
on the fire, right? And just more people
Yep.
go to the exit. It's just mad dash.
Yep. So we're like, okay, let's let it drop. So interesting. Interesting. I mean, it's fun. It's what makes markets. As an
Which
option trader, option seller, in my regard, this is something that, like, if we weren't doing this live, if we weren't explaining all this to people, I would not be even watching. I'd be like, okay, my trade's fine. Do I need to make an adjustment? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, do it and move on. And I'm still done. It's like, this shouldn't cause you stress.
No, no. And after you go through that process and you work through that process and you gain experience, it's just another one of those in
Hmm.
my mind.
Yeah.
Right?
6 months from now, for me, like a month from now, I don't even remember this happened.
No, right. You won't. That's the point.
There's
You
been so
know?
many days like this, where market jumps, market reacts to something, and then later on, it's like, what? Okay. Like, oh yeah, remember that the tariff tantrum? Like, oh yeah, the market, what did the market do? It sold off 20%. Oh, really?
Yeah, no one
Oh yeah.
remembers that. We just look at the charts now, we're like, oh, even when we look back, right? That was like April, I believe. We look back and we're like, what was that? Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, right? That's several
No,
months ago, but we
no.
still can't identify it. So that's
It
the
was like
point.
a very quick
Yeah.
bear market,
Yeah.
and then it came back up.
It's not like
So
COVID.
mhm. COVID was the same thing. It was like a V-shaped
Yeah.
market. Really fast drop and then really fast recovery as well. But um, this one I think was faster,
Yeah,
which
this drop.
which kind of shows you, okay, hey, that's the computers taking over. Number one, there's more and more computers trading. And number two, it was based on nothing. So,
It really was. I mean, but this can continue, right? This could continue through the weekend. There's nothing saying that it cannot,
oh,
right?
they are going to keep going. I mean, it's negotiating,
Yeah.
right? So until
Right.
they have their meeting, they are going to go back and forth. try to one up each other. And they're basically just, putting bullets in their chambers, or not. I mean, that's the wrong word, but they're coming up with points that they can go back and forth and negotiate. Now, for China to um, start charging American ships at port, to me, like that's one of those throwaway items. Like when you're negotiating, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just do that and say it's really important to me. But when I'm negotiating, I'll be ready to give that one up in case
Yeah, that's not the main
to
attraction.
get me something
I
back,
agree with.
right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not the main negotiation point.
exactly. So it's very interesting to watch. I mean, people who are actually can detach themselves from this and just you know, and just sit back and enjoy the show, they're getting a world-class lesson in negotiating. Um, Say what you want about Trump, man. We're learning a lot. I'm learning a lot watching this guy.
Yeah,
So,
everything's negotiable.
yep. And not only that, but like the guy is so positive about himself. Like everything is good. Everything is the best. Everything is the greatest. Everything is the best in the world. Um, and so, I mean, that's a nice way to think,
He
you know?
speaks in superlatives. I mean, he's always been like, "This was the best ever,"
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
most, and you're like, you won't even sit there to think about if it's true. Most people are just like, "Oh yeah, it must be," right? You don't even think about if that's even possible. You're just like, "Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be." He just said it. Like, who says that all the time? So,
So I have been uh we as a company we have not had a presence on X or Twitter in years. And it's a social media platform that is growing to some degree, right? And so I've been thinking, okay, we should be on Twitter. So I've
oh,
never
I'm on
used
it
it.
personally.
Oh, you really? Okay.
Oh yeah, I love it. Love it. Because
Okay.
you get information like that, right? And you can, in my mind, you can choose to follow things that are important to you, right? So they have like a an area where you can just follow what you're interested in, and then it has like a section that's like for you. So you go to the for you part and be like, okay, this is like the main feed of Facebook in my mind, and then you
Hmm.
go to your part who you're following, and you get all relevant information to people that you want to follow. And the
Ah, okay.
information's like that. So that's where a lot of people are. Even when
Fi
you're checking, the news or something, you can go right there very quickly. So,
Yeah, finance is really there's a lot of finance people on
mhm.
Twitter. Doesn't mean everybody's knows what they're talking about. So it's hard to decide who's
Right.
right
I
and
mean,
who's
be
wrong.
careful who you select to follow. It's the point, of course.
So I mean, I was on there yesterday, day before, I remember. And I'm just checking it out, learning, and I guess we've had an account for years, right? So we're following people and we're getting there's a whole bunch of stuff on the feed. So
When it was actually Twitter.
yeah, exactly. And so we're looking at it and um we are so there's so many people talking about AI and they're talking about gold. And there are people that are reposting other people's comments and other people's videos, and it's just the whole thing. And those were like the top two or three things that people were talking about and posting about. And that's what I saw. It's over and over and over. People talk about AI, how it's getting to be a bubble because all the companies are now interrelated. AI owns or invested in this company, and NVIDIA invested in this company, and this company bought part of that company, and that part it's like it's just they're just all over the place. They're like all the arrow people are drawing arrows all over the place. Like okay, it's like all connected, like one big web. There's that, and then there's the gold. And so the gold, almost all the posts that I saw, at least, were all saying similar things. Oh, the debasement of the dollar's going
The
down.
debasement trade, that's what's been trending.
Yeah, the debasement of the dollar and the debt. The debt is going up so high, and the government shut down, and there's nobody has any faith in the U.S. government anymore. And there's this one guy, Peter Schiff. This guy's been a gold bug for
He is
generations.
the
I don't know.
ultimate gold bug. Yeah.
And for years I've been seeing this guy, and I'm like, this guy's such an idiot. I mean, I'm not a big gold bug. If it's
He owns a
going
gold
up, I'll
company.
buy it.
He's a gold everything.
Yes. Yes, that's how he makes his money. He doesn't care if gold goes up. He just talks about it. And so his post showed up on the thing. I wasn't following him. I don't, but his thing posted up, and he posted a clip from CNBC. And he's like, "Oh, here's me when gold was at $1,200, and they laughed at me, and they never invited me back to CNBC." And I had to comment. You know, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna read it. I don't care. I just had to comment. I'm like,
Couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't help it. I was like, dude, you're an idiot. Gold was at $1,200. How many years ago was that? Like decades ago, right?
That's
And
probably when I was collecting gold coins.
I mean,
I did, and they were like $12,000 or $1,200 at that point. Yeah.
announced, yeah. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
long time ago. And if you just sat on gold all this time, maybe you did okay. Um, but like 5 years ago, if you put $100 into gold 5 years ago, guess how much you would have now?
I don't know.
If you put $100 into gold 5 years ago, today you'd have $200.
Right.
If you did it a year ago, $100 into gold, how much would you have now? $200. The move happened recently. For years and years and years, it's just been dead money. Now, slowly, slowly, it's appreciating. Yes, like everything else, right? There's
Well, it's like
inflation every year.
6,000 years old. I mean, it's
There's inflation every year. So, yes, it's supposed to go
sure.
up, right?
Right.
But there's so many people talking about gold and they're like, oh, this is the reason and the debt's the reason, this is it. And nobody's talking about what I think is the real reason. Why does something go up? Because there are more people buying it than selling it. And who's doing the buying right now? All the central banks,
And they've been
China,
doing that for some time.
India, Russia, South Korea. All these people are buying, buying, buying gold. And they've been doing it for a while. And they say they're doing it. They don't have, there's not a secret. And they're like, yeah, we're going to keep buying it for the next 5 years. They already said that. Yeah, we're going to keep buying. That's why gold is going up. Not because of anything specific that the debt of the US or something like that, or
Oh,
the
it's Peter Schiff.
yeah, he's talking his book, he's pushing it higher. And so that is something that all of us can get behind and be like, okay, how do we make money off this? Well, there's a really big buyer, actually a big group of buyers, and they tell us that they're gonna keep buying, even though it's so high, because they actually have a real good reason to buy, because they are trying to get away from the dollar as the reserve currency.
Right. The macro view is the dollar is being debased. We feel it every day. So
Hmm.
they're protecting themselves. That's what you go to.
Well, they want to get off of the dollar.
That's
That's
right.
it.
They do.
Because of when Russia got kicked off the SWIFT system. And even now,
I think that was like really the big wake up when they did for a
that was
lot
the
of,
first time they've ever done
yeah.
that to anybody. Everybody got scared. Even the allies got scared. They're like, wait a minute, you
Like,
know?
can you do that? You just
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Not only that, but Russia owns a lot of US debt. They have a lot of treasuries. And now the Trump administration is saying that, oh, yeah, the stuff Russia owns, like, we're not going to pay that. Even though it's a loan to the U.S. government, the U.S. government is supposed to pay. But the Trump administration is like, yeah, we're not going to pay that. It's like, wait a minute, you can't do that. It's called default.
Yeah.
So why is anybody going to buy U.S. treasuries? And the amount of buyers, foreign buyers of U.S. treasuries has definitely decreased. Now that goes up and down, but definitely there is some undercurrent to this. And so this is a long-term trend that we need to be writing and we need to be making money from. So
I
let's do
agree.
it.
Yeah. Yep. I
Uh,
agree. Definitely.
you know, and
It's a,
so GLD, NUGT, doing well and continuing to go up. They're saying, who said it? I forgot who said it. Somebody saying, gold is at 4,000, and you told me that silver hit
silver hit 50 today.
50, right? And gold's supposed to go to 5,000. Okay. Does it mean that it is the most best asset in the world and something that you should own for the rest of your life? No. It's just like a stock that's going up. Robinhood's going up. If it starts going down and the company changes, I'm not going to own it anymore. I'm getting out. But I'm not going to be loyal to it as these gold bugs are for some reason. They have this emotional attachment that they
Yeah,
can't
Peter
let
Schiff would
go.
say, put 100% of gold into your portfolio. Forget anything else, right? So,
Uh,
you know, there's a portion of it, yes. Um, but you're very right. Take notice of that trend and you can make money along the way for sure.
that's our job.
That is our job.
We don't fall in love with any investment. We don't fall in love with any security, any company, um, because they can all go bad, and they
For
do.
sure.
The S&P 500 keeps changing because companies, even the strongest ones, they go down, they go out of business. So we can't do that.
Well, the
Um,
lifespan of a company is like 30 years.
is it?
Yeah. I mean, you could look, we could be 30 years from now and say we could see possibly some companies that we think will never go away and it could be gone. That's
Wow.
just,
That's not, I mean, OptionGenius is 15 years old, so I guess that's not bad.
I mean, that's amazing, right? So it's,
A lot of our competition that was there when I started, they're gone. A lot of people have come and gone. So yeah.
ring that
Um,
bell.
ring the bell. We're there. And then so I sent an email out yesterday to the list. And if you're not on our list, optiongenius.com, so you can sign up. Uh, and we had talked about this trade that I made on the last live on Wednesday, where I bought the Nugget stock by mistake, NUGT, and I bought some long calls at the same time, and I did it on a day when the Nugget was up 5%, and then yesterday it was down 10%.
Ew.
It was down 10% yesterday. It's back up today a little bit. I don't know how much. Actually, no, it's down again today. But still, it was down 10%. And I was like, oh, man. Ah, jeez.
Can emotionally just weather it.
You can, but like, in our oil program, right? We tell everybody, okay, hey, when do you sell a put on oil?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
asking,
it's going down.
when it goes down, when oil is
Hmm.
down. When do you sell a
It's not
call?
easy to do
When it goes
because
up
you're like,
on an
why
up
would I
day.
do that? It's counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do it on an
Yeah.
up day, sell calls on up days, sell puts on down days, do the same things on stocks, and buy on down days and sell on up if you can. Sell, you got to sell. When you sell, when you got to sell, right? You get out when you get
You
out.
do.
But getting
Mhm.
in, you can take your time. There's no rush. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, there's no rush. Even though you think, oh my God, it's getting away, it's running away, it's running. No, it's not. It's going to come back.
No. Yeah.
And so I would have saved 10%. So
But now you're kind of locked in, so it still can work out. You just have to be,
yeah,
work your way around it.
long term, I mean, the call I bought was for 6 months. So, I'm like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
I'm okay. I'm good with this. I'm I'm in the trade, and I only bought the stock because I was going to be able to hold it. I want to hold it, and let's see what happens. So, everything that we are talking about, they're still going to be buying gold for the next 5 years. So it's going to keep going.
Yeah, I
All
don't see
right.
anything stopping that. I don't.
Mm-mm. And Jim saying that we're nominating Matt to post in Twitter. There you go. You didn't have enough to do. We're gonna give you one more thing. You can start
I,
posting on
I
Twitter.
I like Twitter. I do. I
Me
never thought
too.
I would be. I was like, it's pretty neat.
I was listening to one guy, a marketing guy, and he's like, "Yeah, when I started, all I did was I came up with one thought that I would put out on a tweet. That's it. Just like one thought for the whole day, something. What did I learn today? What did I see today? What was interesting? And so I would write that and tweet it out, and then I would take a screenshot and then put it on Instagram. And that's how people started following me because of those. And I'm like, that's a pretty cool idea. Just take one idea, one thought, just stick it up there. Boom.
I mean, that's possible these days. You can do infinite amount of things to reach people. So,
Yeah. Recently, I don't know how you don't even know this. Um,
are you sure?
maybe I told you. I don't remember. So I was getting burned out. I was burned out last year. That you kind of know, right? Um, and so the thought was like, okay, what else am I going to do? If I'm burned out, I don't want to do this anymore. What else am I going to do? And I thought, I want to be a stand-up comedian. I don't know where that came from. I was just, I want to be a
Have you ever
stand-up
attempted
comedian.
it? Have you ever
No,
done it? No?
nope, never, never.
Now's your chance.
And I was like, okay, so if I'm going to be a stand-up comedian, what do I got to do? So I researched a little bit and it's like, okay, um, you have to have you have to have your book. And what it is, it's like, okay, so you get a set, right? It's a short amount of time. And in that short amount of time, you get like 10 jokes. You have to tell 10 jokes. So you write your 10 jokes and then you go up and you do your set and you see which ones people laugh at. Which ones bomb, which ones do good, which ones are the best. So then you take the one that did really, really well and you keep that one and you get rid of the other nine and you write nine more. Then you do another set. And then maybe you get another winner or you get two winners this time. So now you have three good jokes and you need seven new ones. And you keep doing that until you have 10 really, really good jokes. And so when you do your set, you sound like an expert. You sound like a pro. You're knocking them dead
You
because
got
you
your
know they
content.
all work. Right. So I was like, okay, I want to do that. That's a great idea. So what I decided where I was going, the idea was, I never did it, but the idea was I'm going to create my own Twitter account, right? Um, Maybe anonymous, maybe I don't know. And I'm going to post a joke every day. And I'm going to see which ones get the most comments, reviews, likes, whatever, tweets, retweets, whatever they're called. And that way I'll build up my set. And I was like, that's a pretty smart thing. Okay, I'm onto
I
something
did
here.
not know this. I did
And
not.
I never did it. I never did it. But that's an idea for anybody who wants to be a comedian.
Well, Alan, I mean, it's not like, you have years of life. That could be something you do down in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got to do something for fun, right?
Of course.
So this will be my side gig.
I think everyone's got to have them, right? It's the spice of life.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really go fishing or hunting or do anything else like that. So it's like, okay, what do you do? Well, I go to bars and I tell jokes.
I know. And you got to do that late at night.
Yeah. So,
Interesting.
oh man. All right. So, let's wrap it up. Let's take a look at you want to do the SmackDown?
Sure.
Unless you got something else you want to share.
No, let's do it. 1 second. Let me get it up here.
So, we actually got smart today and we filled in the prices before the show
Ahead of time.
so we don't take 20 minutes to fill in prices on the sheet.
All right. Here you go. Can we see it?
Yes, we can
All
see.
right.
Oh man, looks like everything went down.
Now, keep in mind this was done at 1 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. So things are probably a little bit lower than it
It's just what it is.
is what it is. All right. So, oh, Connor's actually in the positive.
I thought about Connor, right? Here we
Woo!
are, the last call, we're like, oh, he's betting against the economy.
He's
And here he
betting
is.
against
He's
the
looking
market.
right today.
It is October. It is October. All right. So open doors down, TMO's down, Merck's down, negative. Okay, Geos is actually in the lead at 10%. Lucid is lowest at negative 11%. And then we still have AG coming in at 8.
Not bad.
So those are really the only two, well, negative SPX, and those three are the ones that are actually in the positive. Everything else is either flat to negative. And so this is what, 1 week, right? A 1 week
Yeah, one
snapshot.
week here. Yep, that's it.
All right.
A lot to go.
Yeah, we have a lot to go. And I think this is going to be, hopefully it's a short blip. Um, so we'll see what happens. But yeah,
A little bit of a shakeup.
interesting.
I thought
Okay.
about Connor. I remember he was going
He's
the
a
opposite end of the
contrarian.
SPX. Yep, the contrarian.
And and then the other thing I keep noticing, there's like article after article. I mean, there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of these crypto coins out there. There's the main ones, and then they got the altcoins, which are the smaller ones, and then they got the meme coins, and that have no, like nothing back behind them, no real project behind them, or no reason to live or die. Um, but there's so many of these now, and everybody is trying to copy MicroStrategy,
Oh, the Bitcoin treasuries.
the Bitcoin treasury. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're picking all of these different coins and they're like, "Oh, we're going to be the biggest treasury for XYZ coin." It's like, who cares? Like, what is XYZ
Yeah. This
coin?
is this is your next bubble, but within crypto, I think.
Yeah.
Now there will be companies, I think, that work it and do it correctly, and there are going to be other ones that are just leveraged and who knows, right? They'll
Mm-hmm.
just, but that's the natural progression of anything.
Yep. I mean, there was a coin called Tron. I never heard of that one before. That one has a company buying it. Um, Ripple XRP now has companies
XRP,
buying
there's
it.
Sui,
That one's a
there's
big one.
yep,
Solana is a big
Solana,
one. Those have
Sui.
it, but then there were so many other ones that I've never even heard of before, and now it's like, oh yeah, we just we did a reverse SPAC merger, and now we're gonna do this, or a company that was farming. There was a farming company and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this coin." It's like, really?
But anybody can, and that's the craziness of it. You can go on the Coinbase, and there's like a list of 200 different coins.
That's just the ones that they have. Those are
Jeez,
like the largest
that's
ones.
just the right. That's just the ones. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's you can make your own coin if you want to. It doesn't. It's like a couple $100 to make a coin. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Um, and so
There, there was a kid. He apparently, if we were talking about anyone can, this kid he made his own coin. And they said kind of as a joke he rug pulled his own coin. So he bid it up and then he just took it out himself.
that's what they do. That's
No.
exactly what they do.
Yep.
Um, I during COVID time, I had was it before COVID, after COVID, during I don't remember, somewhere around there. I had taken this guy's course on how to find the coins that are going to go to the moon. That they're like point 0.000001 cent. But then it's going to go to 1 cent or something. It's going to take off. Like he would do the research and he would find them and he would tell you which ones are going to be good. And I was like, okay. So there was one particular marketplace, kind of like it looked like a Thinkorswim platform, right? And you could make your coin live. Like you could take your coin there and bring it live. And every minute there were probably 20 coins going live.
That's crazy. And that was then.
That was then. And most of them would die within the first hour. Meaning you see the thing go live and it's going
Yep.
up, 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 up,
And
up, 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 down and dead. Because that's what they do. They take all the money out. So okay, coin is dead. And there was actually a course teaching you how to do a rug pull. It was like $200. It's like here, this is how you start your own coin. This is how you build up the buzz behind your coin, and then this is how you get it to go up in price, and people start buying it, and then at a certain price, then you just take the money and run. And
disappointed in
at
humanity.
that, and there was, this is all done like on overseas markets. It's just not regulated, so there's nothing that anybody can do to you legally. So you could be doing this all day long.
It's the Wild
Yeah,
West for sure.
it is the Wild West.
But like anything that's developing, that's going to be that way. It's that way in anything new. So you
Hmm.
have to do your research with anything. It's and go down deep if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is if you think everything gets digitalized, right? What's the next? Money in some way.
Well, the BRICS nations, they are trying to get off the dollar, like we talked about. According to the reports, they're making a marketplace that will be backed by um, rare earths, metals, and precious metals. So things will be priced in terms of gold or aluminum or whatever else rare earth metals. So that there's actually, like, hey, I'm going to sell you this much oil. Okay, you get this much gold, or you get this much whatever earth metal, polonium, palladium, whatever it's called. And that's how they're going to exchange. So, because one of the things that, you know, we had talked about this years ago, and on the podcast, I had interviewed a guy. Um, oh man, I forgot his name, but he
Oh, I
he
know who you're talking about. He wrote the book, right?
right, he wrote the book
Oh.
about Bitcoin and the dollar and whatnot. Um, Pennington, yeah,
Yes, Penny. That's
Pennington.
right. That's correct. Yeah.
So he had said that him and Jim Rogers had both said the same thing. Jim Rogers, the billionaire, he said the same thing, that these guys are going to have a hard time creating their own currency because they don't even trust each other. So it's like, whose currency do they use? Do they use the Chinese currency, the Indian currency, the South American? No, they're not gonna, and they can't come. So they have actually started to come up with a means of exchange that's starting to work. And it's not just the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. It's not them anymore.
Right.
They have at least 40 other countries that have become members. And there's a whole lot of other countries like Africa and South America that want to become members, because Africa also has rare earths. So, for them they could just dig their own earth metals and, hey, we got our own currency. Okay, let's trade. Right? It doesn't matter
Yeah. Cut the US out.
yeah, it doesn't matter what their global debt is or how much they owe to the World Bank, or they don't have to pay any of that stuff back. They just start over. So for them, it's like a blank
So that's
slate.
why the US talks of the stable coin, right? Then they can offer these treasuries across the world.
Yeah. So that's why they're trying to rush to do the stablecoin
Yeah.
thing. And that's why other people are trying to make their own coins. Like every other country is making their own stablecoin. So how does that all work? We don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's definitely interesting.
it is an interesting time. So I was talking to my dad about it because my dad's a real estate investor. So I was like, if this stuff works and the dollar is not the reserve currency anymore, the U.S. economy here, we're in big trouble. And I think everything's going to go down. Stocks are going to go down. The economy is going to go down.
Mhm.
Prices are going to go down. Real estate's going to go down. And he
Yeah,
was
it
like, he was
really
like,
does. Yeah.
what? What? Really?
Because we're in
No,
that
I don't
old
know.
paradigm. We don't think that's possible, right? And things do happen, right? They never thought they'd revalue or you know, take gold away. Counter.
Yeah, they didn't think about that.
You didn't think that would happen, and in this day we don't think that they could do something like that, and they could. It's very possible. They could come out and revalue gold tomorrow,
mhm.
possibly,
And
because it's
his,
pegged to at 45 an ounce. It could
yeah,
be.
yeah,
They could revalue it and be like, hey, I don't know. I'm going to go buy, for instance, Bitcoin. I don't know, anything. It's all possibilities, but the dollar is the dominant, right? It's a reserve currency. I think it's going to be there longer than people think, right? We tend to think it will just go away, but you have to pay attention to the signs. And I think with all these countries buying gold, it is definitely interesting.
it's definitely pushed it forward. Like it's
That's
accelerating.
for
So,
sure.
but
That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
yeah. And so, the only people that can save us from that is the presidential administration. I don't know if his priorities are on that right now. I think these Republicans with the Project 2025 and whatnot, I don't think this is in there. I haven't seen it. I mean, I haven't read it, but I don't think this is in there. They got their own priorities that they're working on. Hopefully, by the time they wake up, it's not too late. So, all right.
On
Cool
that note,
beans. On that note, well, yeah, have a good weekend.
yes, have a great weekend and
Monday is a holiday, right? Columbus Day. Market's
Columbus
closed.
Day.
So we got a free
Markets are
day of.
open.
They are open? Oh, I
They
thought they
are
were
open.
closed.
Yes,
Oh,
no, they're open.
oh, okay.
I
I was gonna,
checked. I was
I,
curious.
I was gonna be like, have a free day of theta. I was like, yeah, no. Oh well,
Nope,
sorry.
you don't. Not on Columbus Day.
Indigenous People Day,
Right.
or whatever you want to call it. Cool. All right. So thank you. And we'll see you guys all on Wednesday.
All right.
There
Be
you
good.
go.